Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Night Live. I am Jason Smith, your host, aka The Night. As you could tell, it's been a bit of a rebranding. We're not going to get too much into that, but just know that this is Night Live, powered by Franchise Media Sports. Joe Arrigo from Franchise Media Sports will be joining me hopefully here in just a little bit. Lot going on today. The first day of legal tampering in the NFL, right before the new league kicks off this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 1 o'clock our time here on the Pacific Coast. Interesting stuff happened. Now, there's a few things I want to get into. But first off, I think it'd be more important for us to kind of go over the fact that the NFL draft has been canceled for the fans. The draft is going to go on as planned. We'll see where Goodell is and if he's in a room or if he's on a stage or how they're going to do that whole scene. Maybe Joe will have some insight when he joins us later. But for everybody that's booked trips and was so excited, it's just another realization of how serious this thing is becoming. And I don't know, all the details about the coronavirus or where it's even at this point. I just know that as of Friday, my kids got canceled. Their school got canceled, right? And so I had to readjust really fast. All my training that I've been doing have been canceled. The stores are wiped out. It's been a little crazy. And I've had to calm the kids down. So I kind of sensed that this would be coming. So for everybody that had plans to be there at the draft and get together, man, I mean, my heart goes out to all you. Good news is it looks like they're going to bring the draft back to Vegas in 2022. They already had the next year booked out, so Vegas will get its opportunity to host the draft and really kick off. It was just going to be something special to be able to have this year's draft in Vegas, our inaugural season, kicking off the stadium. OTAs have been canceled now. Mini camps are being canceled indefinitely. The league year in general is going to be a little bit mixed up. I mean, we don't know when it's going to be able to actually start. I know the facilities are going to close down. I know that's going to have an effect on how they do some of the, they bring players in to take a look at them, interview them, work them out. So this process is going to be a little bit different, but there was a lot of action today and right out the gate, right? So The first thing that caught my attention is we got a linebacker, which is outstanding. We needed it, right? And the word is we're still in on Corey Littleton. I don't know if anything has developed since I've been trying to get this thing set up. I'm a little late today, but we got Nick Kwiatkoski, if I'm saying that name right. Kwiatkoski. We got to get to know his name. He started for the first time with the Bears. He was drafted in 2016. He was a spotty player here and there, and he could cover. Maybe not known for like great coverage, but he has some coverage skills. And here's the thing that I like about the move. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a lot about the guy. I looked up what I could. I watched other people talk about him. But the thing that sticks out to me the most is that, again, he's a converted safety. I talk a lot about Kenneth Murray and why I like Kenneth Murray. I like the fact that he was a safety, an outside backer, an inside backer, that he's flexible. It's what I'm considering the hybrid tight ends that I want this team to get. He has good speed. He could drop in coverage. That's what they went and got. Rumor has it that Mayock and Gruden feel and Gunther feel like this is the guy that they've been looking for, a nice young hybrid guy that can call the shots and line people up. They believe that this is the guy. They believe they got him. We'll get to know more about what they think come Wednesday when they actually sign the dotted line. I don't know if they're going to be able to go there and sign and going to have these press conference things. I don't even think that's even going to happen. So that's going to be a different experience too, right? So, but we got ourselves a new linebacker, like I said, these are the kind of guys that I want. Guys that are hybrids, that can cover, that have speed. Today's linebackers ain't the same, man. I mean, you still need that beefy guy in the middle to help stop the run, and that's what's going to be interesting moving forward. But when we look at how the league has developed into a passing league, man, I'm just kind of more we need cover guys. We need more speed, and we need guys with hands, and especially when we're facing a team like the Chiefs. So it's just something to keep in mind as we move forward to see exactly what the Raiders do moving forward. On another note, we lost out on Byron Jones. Now, some people were on the fence with Byron Jones. I personally thought it would be a good pickup, but here's the biggest thing that sticks out with me on that one real fast is money. and it's quite funny that we lose out to the other state that don't have tax, but I look at this two ways. The report says that he got a big payday. How close was our numbers to the Miami Dolphins is the question for me. They said maybe it came down to wording of the contract, what kind of money was paid up front, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the ugly head of free agency, right? I mean, even now that we're in a state that has no taxes, we're still going to compete with the Dolphins for one. And, I get that these guys need to get paid. But this is where you start to judge character a little bit. I mean, Miami is in full rebuild mode. They have a lot of ammunition. They're going to be making moves. They got 3 draft picks. They could be coming up pretty large. And maybe he took that in consideration. Maybe it was more weather. He'd rather be in the sunny beaches of Florida versus being on the heat desert of Vegas. I don't know. But we lost out on him. But again, he was a guy that was known for shutting one side of the field down. That's what I liked. He wasn't known for picking the ball off, and some people had a problem with that. I, for one, some people wanted to blame it on scheme, but I mean, some people are just cover corners, and some people are more aggressive and just, they can cover and pick the ball off and situate themselves. Either way, the guy was shutting down one side of the field. And in our division, that's key. On a better note, Tom Brady is not coming to the Raiders. In the description below, we said that the Raiders are in on Mariota. Actually, right before I jumped on the Raiders, it's a done deal. He is going to be a Las Vegas Raider. So again, there's another move. It's something that we talked about last Friday. I'm excited about this. The question's already been asked right now. Is he here to compete for a job? Is he a backup? He's coming to compete. And that's a good thing. Will he win the job? On the outside, just like as of today, I don't believe so. Again, Carr's got 2 years under this system. It's going to be tough to take it from Carr. But this seriously really, really pushes Carr, though. Because Mariota is a guy that's going to bring something to the table. And if Carr is not on his A game, he very well could lose the job. That's the whole idea in this situation. And this is the situation I feel was the best move for the Raiders, to bring in somebody that's just going to push Carr, help light that fire under him, keep this thing moving, man. So I like the idea. And if anything happens to Carr, or they feel like Carr is not the answer and they're just fed up with him, I mean, you got a guy like Mariota there. That opens the draft board as well. No quarterback in the first round. It's not needed. Jalen Hurts may or may not still be on the radar, but we're not using our 12th or 19th pick to do so. I like it. I really do. And I like the fact that we did not go the Brady route. They dropped our name late. It came up in the feed that they dropped our name late, that we were still in on Tom Brady. I kind of thought it was just kind of a cheap shot in there. And on another good note, the Chargers were heavy on Brady and the Bucks, but the Bucks have pretty much went out there and put their foot down that they really want this guy. And if New England can't get it done, I honestly think P becomes a Buck, which again turns around and lets Jameis Winston go. People are saying Jameis Winston may go to New England if that happens, and it might be like a quarterback swap deal type thing. And you know, all I know is that Tom Brady will be in the NFC. He's only got 2 years. I give him the title greatest of all time, but I didn't want him to be a Raider. I just didn't. You know, I think his leadership and his ability and his work ethic would have been fantastic in this system, but it would have put us in a position that we had to literally go out and get a new quarterback for the future. And I don't want to be put in the situation where we have to. I'd rather it be just the way it's happening right now. Carr still there. Carr still the number one. Mariota number two. I know they put an original tender tag on Peterman. So it's Peterman, someone they may or may not bring back. I think that's going to be a draft time around decision. You know, they usually try to bring 4 arms in camp anyway. You know, maybe he makes the roster, maybe he don't. I think that depends if we get the quarterback that they may be eyeing in the draft, either find a way into the second round or we pop up into the third and we get it. But I like this situation better. Now we could focus in on wide receiver and linebacker. I'm still on the linebacker kick. I want Murray. I don't care in what order they do it at this point. On another note, the Niners made a big trade today. The Niners trade their defensive MVP, some people would say, in Buckner, and they picked up they traded him to the Colts. Yeah, that's right. They traded him for the Colts for the 13th overall pick. So now they're sitting right behind us at number 13th, and they're already talking about the rumor. Are they in on a wide receiver? You know, what are the Niners up to behind us now? They're going to have 2 picks. They're going to be a little aggressive. So the draft board is starting to switch around a little bit. And another big trade, DeAndre Hopkins from the Houston Texans goes to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson, a fourth round pick. Excuse me. I think they gave up David Johnson in a second to get DeAndre Hopkins in a 4. And I have seen a lot of Raider fans reacting to that, saying, you know, how come the Raiders weren't in on that? If you look at the deal, man, I really do think Arizona got a steal there. Why didn't we get in on that? What do we have to offer? It would have cost us one of our first round picks. And yes, I know it's DeAndre Hopkins. And I think the Raiders are playing it smart. I think they're just playing it smart. You know, they got money to spend. They were hot on Jones's tail. They wanted Byron Jones. That was going to cost us a pretty penny. We lose out on him, which means we have a little bit more money to throw at Corey Littleton if we still want to go that route, or we just regroup and go out and get Chris Harris, which is rumored to come to us too. I had no insight on that just yet, but things are moving, and this is only the first day. I think things seemed a little bit more hype for me. I don't know why I feel that way last year, but either way, I think things are moving along nicely. I think what I want to do, because of my vision problems, I think I'm going to open up the phone lines. If you guys would like to call in and talk about the first day activities, I'd like to hear from you. The phone number is 253-993-3651. That's 253-993-3651. I will also put the number on the bottom of the screen to scroll here in just 1 second. All right. The number should be scrolling down at the screen right now. 253 993-3651. And I didn't do it right. There it is. 253-993-3651 is the number if you want to call in, chat about any of the moves that the Raiders did today, about our new linebacker, about Marcus Mariota, what that means for Derek Carr as we move forward. Do you guys like the move? Would you guys rather have had Tom Brady? Would you rather have got out and got somebody else? I think it's a great move. I really, really do. And what you guys are expecting in the next couple of days? You guys still on the Corey Littleton wagon? Are you guys still looking for Chris Harris to be signed? Go ahead and give me a call. Phone lines are open. All right. As we regroup here, let's go back over the Raiders picking up and how they kind of slipped in and picked up this linebacker and Nick Kwiatkoski is the way I'm trying to pronounce it. I got to get used to trying to say it correctly. Kwiatkoski. It's going to be a fun one. There's always got to be that one player on the Raiders where I have a hard time saying his name, but it's all good. Under the radar guy, man, a totally under the radar guy. He was drafted in 2016. I think they really swooped in and got somebody that they were eyeing. They probably got him at a good price. I can't wait for the numbers to be released of what we signed him for. I know it's a 3-year deal. So he's more than just a 1-year plug-in guy. They actually believe that he's going to be a significant part of this defense. And like I said, the fact that he played safety really, really intrigues me. And I'm excited for what the Raiders are trying to do here. Getting guys that could cover these tight ends and really be a force in the middle of the field. I mean, I know a lot of you are tired, just like I am. You're tired of seeing these big plays just pop up down the middle of this field, and and these tight ends killing us. And we got some really good ones. We got Noah Fant, we got Kelsey, we got to deal with Hunter Henry. These guys just kill us every year. So the fact that we have an opportunity now to battle that is a plus. Let me see what I got going on in the chat. All right. Once again, if you guys want to call, the number is 253-993-3651. Looks like we may have a caller. Let me bring him in. Caller, you're on Night Live. Who am I talking to?
What's up, brother? Watts Raider, man.
Dude, it's Mr. Watts. What it is, my brother. How are you been, man?
I've been cool, bro, man. Good to see you back on, man, doing shows.
Yeah, dude, it feels pretty good, man. I mean, it's been a little rough start, but I'm feeling pretty good about it, dude. How's everything over there in Texas where you're at, brother?
I'm good, man. I mean, despite the situation, you know what I'm saying? The schools are closed, so, I can't go to work right now. So just go wait and see, man, and they say it's going to get worse, before it get better. So, I mean, I'm just stocking up on what I can and, just doing what I got to do,
That's what I'm talking about, bro. I mean, that's all we got to do, man. Just got to get in line.
Close,
Yep.
So, yeah.
So what do you think about today's moves, man?
We did something today.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Huh?
We did a little bit. What's your thoughts on today, man?
Well, I'm actually relieved that we went on and got Mariota, man.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was either him or Bridgewater, the quarterback that I was looking at. I was looking at Tannehill, but I figured Tannehill played so good, the Titans was going to end up keeping him.
Yeah.
So I wasn't mad at that. They're going to keep that team together. So I'm glad we got Mariota, man. And now we finally got a quarterback who's going to push Carr regardless. I mean, because he want to prove himself. So I think, he could pick up the offense pretty quickly, if he just sit behind Carr, for a year. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I still think we should try to draft a quarterback in the draft. Is this one maybe in the late rounds that we could pick up? But if not, I'm still cool with having Mariota back there. At least we got two solid quarterbacks. So we need to address the defense. We need to still get another linebacker in free agency if we can.
Well, we need a lot more
before
than
the
one,
draft.
man. But yeah, if we can get our hands on a few, it'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think we should try to get at least one more linebacker in free agency if we're going to spend. Now, if we're not going to spend, we need to get two, and then we can draft one. You know, we still got to draft one because I think it's too much talent out there for us to pass on the linebacker this year. I just think we need to get one of those good linebackers. Of course, receiver, we're going to address that because in free agency, it wasn't really no receivers. Not really.
Not really.
It wasn't deep with receiver. So I think we're going to go receiver, linebacker. We need to get us another guard. Now, we might find a veteran lineman. I'm thinking the Raiders might do that too. But most of the ones got franchised, like the good ones.
The good ones, like anyway, yeah. But we just need a backup anyway. We're just looking for a backup piece anyway.
Right, definitely. I mean, like you say, we they all these teams making all these trades. I mean, we really didn't have much to offer, man. I mean, we putting tenders on players that's not even really playing. You know, like Peterman. We trying to get more draft picks.
We put one on Morrow too.
Yeah, I mean, we even did that. So I was like, well,
I mean, you just got to throw it out there. They're trying to get something back. If they do go somewhere else, they're just trying to get something back. But
right. Which is good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we got a fifth and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Just after the fifth round, we done.
Yeah, because we got 2, 5, 5th. Yeah.
I mean, I want to get in that second round though, but I don't know how we're gonna do it.
We're gonna have to give up something to get up in there, man. I mean, I know Gabe Jackson's supposedly on the trading block. We're gonna have to give up a little bit more than just Gabe, probably to pop in the second. With all these quarterbacks shifting around, I know the talk is still going to be is Derek Carr on the block, but I don't think so.
No, that would be crazy.
It doesn't make it. Just not good business, man. It's just not good business in my opinion. I've been saying that since day one. Regardless of how you feel about the guy, it's just not good business. But I like what they did. I like the direction they're headed, and I've been saying this for a while too, Watts. You know, we got all these young guys. I mean, that draft last year was so good, and they got so much playing time. And the expectation for these guys to play that much better is so high that we actually have to be careful of how many players. You know, we're not going to be able to sign these guys in 3 or 4 years. We're not going to be able to keep them all if they keep performing.
Right.
So it would make sense to, grab what we can now. And if a quarterback is something that everybody feels that we need, we could sell it out moving forward. We could sell out and go up and get something up in the 2022 draft or something like that.
Right. Definitely. I mean, I just look at, I've been hearing a lot of people, they've been saying, the Raiders got to do this now because they in Vegas and blah, 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 this and that. They got to do it now. And I'm like, man, the Raiders going to be in Vegas forever now. They're never going to move again.
No, man.
So the Raiders will be in Las Vegas no matter what.
Yep.
So all we got to do is build up the team properly. We can't go for the short-term solution. Mm-hmm. We have to build up the team properly. And really kind of show the growth of the team itself with John Gruden as the coach. Because, I mean, the Raiders did win more games last year, even though we didn't win the games that we should have won. But, we still
overperformed.
Technically.
Yeah. We still overperformed in a tough schedule.
Now, going into Vegas the first year, the goal is we can win 10 games and see where we at. I mean, the Chiefs might win 11 easy. But, I mean, hey, let's make it difficult, and try to get out of the division, at least, and make it into the playoffs. Because once you make the playoffs, you never know.
Yeah, we did. So I didn't even get a chance to bring that up.
The Raiders are moving forward.
I didn't get a chance to bring that up, but they passed the CBA too, which we're going to have a 17-game schedule. Yeah. They're going to add another playoff team. In all honesty, if they play their cards right, and I me, man, if you remember, I don't like going there all the time, but I mean, we should be a wild card team, bro. Like we should be able to improve on what we did last season, and we should be able to be bidding for that wild card. Now, all these other teams are making moves too, so I don't want to look too far ahead. I got to see what we do and how this all comes together, but the idea here is to be in the playoffs next year.
Right. And they add an extra team, so I'm like, look, there should be more incentive.
Yeah.
Like, look, we don't got to win 11, 12 and try to win the whole division. We can still make it. I'm just saying. I mean, we want to win the division, but
we want to take the
see who up
Chiefs
there
out, but
already.
we got to be a little realistic, right? It's not going to be an easy task. It can be done. It can be done. We can take them out, but I mean, we're gonna have to get some linebackers that can cover.
Exactly. So, the first day was pretty good, man. I mean, I can't, they didn't do nothing wacky.
No, they didn't go crazy. I think
know?
those days are over, bro. I don't think that we're going to do anything too crazy anymore. I think with Mayock and Gruden, I think they have actually have a plan when they're heading into these things and they're executing it properly.
Right.
I'm a little afraid that this coronavirus might mess things up a little bit as far as after the big push. We'll go after the guys that we've been targeting, that they've been looking at on their list for a while, but you start getting into that gray area, that second week, third week, where you want to bring guys into the facility and things are getting shut down.
Right.
I mean, is that going to be able to happen? So we're going to get a big run here in this week, and I think you're going to see it slow down. So they're going to have to spend some money and be a little bit more aggressive than usual, I think.
Yeah. I think that's why everything kind of kicked off today, like really big, because of the situation. So they need to prepare, for that, to kind of be like, okay, we're going to try to get as many players as we can. And then, we're going to prepare for the draft after that, just doing our due diligence, basically. So, we're looking good so far, man. I mean, hey, I can't complain. I want to complain, but I'm not going to complain.
Why not, man? Just go let it rip, bro.
I looked at all that. I see who wasn't there, who we couldn't get, so it's all good. It's all good.
So now that
I'm seeing people fly off the list, the Raiders, we not nowhere around.
I know, right? I know. I'm just looking already, just like, man, it's all good. Hey, we're saving money.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, okay, that's cool. It's we like you said, even keel. We said even killed in the middle. We're not going too extreme. We're not going too low.
Yeah, well, as Raider fans, I think that's hard for us to adjust to, right? Because we're just waiting for that big boom. We think we have to have a big boom every year. Even last year we had Antonio Brown, but that was more of a out of nowhere type situation. We weren't really expecting that.
Right. We wasn't expecting that to happen. That came out of nowhere because we already had Tyrell.
We already got Tyrell too. Like we were already building that. We were like, okay, cool. So I mean, I really want to see them get. I'd love for them to spend the money and get Littleton in here, man. I think adding this. I don't know much. I mean, I can't say much about Nick Kwiatkoski. I can't say much about him, man. I looked into him as much as I could today, but I don't want to sit here and try to pump up somebody I don't know enough about.
Backing up Danny Trevathan, and I think he was like a red zone linebacker.
Yeah, he was a red zone linebacker and covered a little bit. I read that he was an ex-safety. I like that. He has some coverage skills. I like that.
Right.
I mean, people trying to say that he's our leader right away, though.
Man, we need speed, and then just read the plays. That's it.
Yeah.
Knock the ball down. I mean, just make tackles. Just cover people.
just I know, man. I can't remember the last time we could do that, but that's all right. That's all right. I mean, I'm hoping we get Chris Harris too. I hope we get Chris Harris to help in the slot. Maybe they go big. Maybe they go big on another safety.
Yeah, Chris Harris, man.
But again, I think I don't know. I mean, I just look at him. I don't see him as a 4-down guy though anymore. But
right. I mean, look, this is my whole theory here. Let's not start buying into the old veteran players. Let's get the mid-age range players, man. Let's concentrate on those guys. I mean, hey, so because we just look back the last couple seasons and we done went out there and got a couple of veteran players have worked out, but the majority of them they don't never work out.
Yeah, I mean, free agency
they worked out back in the day.
Yeah, it was different back in the day, though, man. I mean, look at how we lost Byron Jones today, and I was talking about that at the beginning of the show, where I was like, why couldn't we land him? I mean, what was in the contract that made him go to Miami's full rebuild mode, man? Full rebuild mode. And he chose Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
the Raiders wasn't coming off of the price that they put.
and
Probably.
I like that. I like that, right? But again, it just kind of shows you how free agency works today, right? It's not so much about the player you need. I mean, you're going to have to overpay for some of these bigger cats, dude, to come in here if you want them on your team. And I don't want to be that team right now that acts too desperate. You know what I'm saying?
And I think we did that with Joseph last year. With Jordan, not Joseph. I think we kind of did that with Jordan a little bit. I mean, he had a good season, but I mean, he was playing a pretty good defense. He's just having a good season. This past season, totally different player.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a lot of money.
Well, you know, I know there's a lot of people that are talking about Tyrell, and they're talking about, you know, Trent Brown. Did we overpay? And I mean, we had a lot of health issues.
He was hurt from the first. Didn't he get hurt in the first game?
Yeah, he got banged up in the first game, man. So it was kind of an off season for him, dude. I mean, that's the name of the game. But you know, I thought we spent our money fairly wisely last year, and I think, you know, worst case scenario, Joyner could be more in the back end as a safety, and we got some options to move around, man.
Yeah, we don't need him to try to cover nobody straight up like that. We need everything in front of him.
I mean, maybe we do. Maybe we still need him down there. Maybe he's better in year 2. But those are the kind of guys. I mean, watch. I really think, you know, especially after we pick up Nick Kwiatkoski, man, I really see that they're going to try to go more hybrid. They're really trying to go more hybrid. They're really out. But I don't want them to push it, though, right? Oh, okay, well, here's a linebacker. He's pretty good, and he's known to cover. Let's just get him. I mean, they got to fit with the other players, too. And I know that's hard to do, but I don't want to get overly anxious, but I know I want a better defense, and it might cost us a bit of money. And if we're going to spend it, let's just do it then. Let's go get Corey Littleton. Let's go get Josh Sherbert. Let's pick one of them up to team up with this cat. We got Markel Lee, and then we go draft somebody, and then we bring in some bodies for camp.
Right. There you go.
That's my idea anyway.
I mean, because I think we should keep Markel Lee because he's still the fastest running back that we got. So, I mean, he's decent when he's in the game. But I think we like you say, we gotta put some other players around him that's as fast as him, I guess you could say.
Yep. Yeah. We're gonna put some pads on you, Watts. Let's put some pads on you and throw you out there.
Oh man, I'm old, man. I'm old. Too old for football. But I mean, look, the Raiders, man. I think by us just having layouts, you know, we kind of can have a little bit of peace of mind. We're not going to get whacked, you know. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, because you know we say we want to get these players, this player. And usually, you know, they go get another player to win, and we like, who is that?
Yeah.
And, you know, so
well, I'm doing that. I was doing that today, man. You find me one guy that was talking about Nick Kwiatkoski coming over to the Raiders in free agents. You go find me that guy. It wasn't happening, bro. I looked at the feed and I was like, huh? So I got to go look him up and dig up what I can. And, you know, I mean, I'm not going to try to come on here after just a few hours of looking at a little bit of this guy and try to think I know what we just got, because I don't. You know what I mean? You just go off.
Look at his numbers, though. I mean, he got some numbers. I mean, last year we had like 70-some tackles. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Years before, I don't think he played that much before that.
No, he didn't. He was a spotty guy.
40, 50.
I mean, like I said, the two main things, he's an ex-safety and he's a cover guy, dude. I mean, that made me happy enough, right? After that, in free agency, dude, unless you're getting that guy that you already know is going to be that dude, right? Like if we were to get, I don't even know who's out there, man. Or for example, if we would have traded up and got DeAndre Hopkins, like we all would have been sitting back and know what we just got. You know what I mean? Like that's a for sure thing. Like you don't question it. But sometimes we get these kind of players, and we could look at them and we try to make a judgment call on the person, but we don't know how he's necessarily going to fit inside this defense. And I can't even say how he's going to play next to the guy next to him, because right now there's nobody next to him, dude. There's just Nick. That's all we got, right? And Markel Lee and behind him. That's it. You know? Right. So.
Well, we still got what's his name too. I forgot his name. He was on the practice squad last year. They don't never put him in the game.
I'd see. I mean, I'm not.
I can't remember his name. I gotta look it up. There was another linebacker that they cut. They had cut him, but they just re-signed him back though for the practice squad.
For the practice
He
squad.
was one of the linebackers that played in the preseason.
Yeah, his name's slipping my head. I don't know who you're talking about, to be honest with you.
I think is it Phillips or something like that. It's something like
that. Was he a rookie?
I don't know. Yeah, he was like he was an undrafted player. He was a linebacker.
Well, see, I mean, I
think he might have went
as an undrafted player.
Notre Dame.
So he's okay. Now I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name. The kid from Notre Dame. But you know what? Undrafted guy. I don't expect him to go do anything special. Arkell Lee's been there how long? 3 or 4 years. So
yeah.
So like I said, I mean, it's a wait and see process at this moment anyway. So, but I like what I saw. I liked his numbers. Like I said, I mean, I wasn't looking up his bad footage. I looked at a couple of plays and, he could cover, man. I like the fact that he was an ex-safety and he's known as a cover linebacker. And that made me happy.
Definitely.
That made me happy.
Definitely. So we'll see what's happening, man. We'll see what's going to happen. And I'm going to call again. How often you do the show, man?
Well, this week, I'll probably be on every day this week, man, at 7:00. Around 7:00 to kind of break down the day, and then be on every Wednesday nights at 7:00, man.
Got to get you some promos out there, man, or something,
Yeah. I gotta rebrand the whole thing. I gotta do
artwork or somewhere with promos and send it to the little groups and all that.
Yep. I gotta put all that stuff together. I gotta start from scratch. So it is what it is, man. I love doing what I do. So you know what I mean? I miss it. I miss just chopping it up and talking ball, and it is what it is. That's what I'm gonna do. So you're quarantined, man. Are you be making some videos or what?
I mean, really, as far as YouTube, man, I'm kind of just chilling right now. I'm pretty much on Instagram now, just doing little stuff like clips, just whatever comes to my mind, bro.
Nice.
As far as YouTube, man, I'm probably not gonna swing back on there until after we get all our players.
Okay.
After we get the draft done and we got most of all our players, then I'll probably, kind of get on and do some content. You know how the off season is. Well,
yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much laid back. It's relaxed time for me, and just concentrate on other things too. I mean, I'm still, paying attention to everything.
Of course you are.
I don't want to be making videos every week. I see you.
Well, I won't be saying that, man. You're talking to someone who took a 3-year vacation, bro. So don't worry about it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I just do how I want to do it, man.
Yeah, that's dude. Just roll like Watts does.
I mean, but I'll definitely be back with some more content soon as far as that. But I'm just gonna wait till we get all our players and I can kind of see the team and like, okay, hopefully, like I say, the next thing I'm looking for, hopefully in this draft, man, the players that I put out in the videos at the different positions, I just hope we get 1 or 2 of those guys, man.
That's it.
I mean, just personally.
Yeah.
But as long as we get some good players that come in and can learn, I'm good with it. As long as we don't fucking reach and do no bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're used to, man. But I think we're nervous because that's what we're used to. But I don't think it's going down like that. So I think it's it's fair to be optimistic at this point, at least.
Right. Definitely. Well, let me get up off here, man. Let
for sure, brother.
In, man. I appreciate.
Oh yeah, man. I got lines, man. A bunch of people can call, just like old times, man. I could line them up, so we're good. But hey, thank you for calling, dear. Look forward to you calling back so we can chop it up, brother.
All right, man.
All right,
have
Watts.
a good one, man. Much love.
Much love, brother.
Cool.
All right.
Yep.
All right, man. The one and only Watts Raider. Love that dude, man. He's been around for a while. Consider him a really good friend. Not just we're all family in the Raider Nation, man. But I go back some time with Watts. So much love, dude. It was good hearing from you. Thanks for calling in. Anybody else want to call in? The lines are always open. I could hold. And while you're on hold, you could still listen to what we're saying. So call 253-993-3651. That's 253-993-3651. The number is scrolling down on the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna attempt to get up into the chat here in a minute. Let me see here. Yeah, my voiceover ain't gonna work. Let me just get off this. You guys want to chop it up? Come call me at 253-993-3651. That's 253-993-3651. I'm going to be on here for about another 5 minutes because I'm going to go and keep an eye on the board and see what's happening, see who's coming in. And so, I mean, I got word before I got on that Marcus Mariota was a done deal. So I want to keep an eye on and see if the Raiders try to do anything else as we move forward. We got Nick Kwiatkoski. He's an inside linebacker from the Chicago Bears. He's a cover guy, ex-safety. So I like the fact we did that. CBA went through. So obviously we're going to have that 17-week schedule and that extra playoff team. So that'll give us a great opportunity to try to land in on the wild card spot. And as much as I'm excited about having that opportunity to land the wild card spot, man, it's always about winning that division for me. That's got to be the focus moving forward. So I'm still excited about that. Also, we put tenders on Morrow and Peterman, which is not that big of a deal, but again, it's kind of interesting to see what's happening with that quarterback position. The draft's going to be fun. What are we going to do? We still need more linebackers. Are we going to get Chris Harris? Are we still in on Littleton? Haven't checked the wire in a while. I don't even know if Littleton committed anywhere yet. So we just got to keep pushing forward, Raider Nation. Remember to go to franchisesportsmedia.com to catch all the articles, the WWJDs, and all the other great articles that coming out on franchisesportsmedia.com. Also, head over to Franchise Sports Media right here on YouTube and Franchise Sports Media LV on Facebook, Franchise Sports Media LV on Twitter. You could also find me on Twitter. Right now, it's still under the other name, but it'll be changing hopefully by this evening or tomorrow to Night Live. It's a new brand. I'm not going to get into it. We're just starting from scratch, Night Live, powered by Franchise Media Sports. Thank you guys so much for being here. Joe obviously couldn't make it on today, but if anything happens big, I'll probably bring Joe back on, and we'll go from there. Till then, Raider Nation, stay Raider strong.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow.